Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can read by the title, it is a end of the year book tag, and I am so excited to be doing this video. I saw Sarah do this video, I saw my friend Chloe do this video, and I was like, oh, I have to do this tag. It's like in my nature to do it. And I needed a filler video because I'm still reading A Curse for True Love and filming that reading vlog, and I still have to edit that one, so I'm like, I need to film a cute little one that's gonna go in between. So before we start, I'm gonna tell you guys my reading goal for this year, my original reading goal, and then the one that it is now. So my original reading goal this year was 100 books, and I was honestly shooting for the stars because last year my goal was 50 and I barely made it, and I surpassed it by like 2 books because I was in slumps. This year it was 100. I couldn't, no. So I lowered my goal to 75. This is a reminder that if you feel you won't get to your goal, lower it. Make another goal. So I made it to 75 and I'm on 74. A Curse for True Love will be my last one, which is so exciting. But yeah, now let's jump into the actual tag. So the first one is the most disappointing read this year, and that is gonna go to the Shatter Me series. I really thought the Shatter Me series was gonna be everything and that I was gonna fall in love with it because everybody loves it. Everybody loves Aaron, everybody loves Juliet. I personally, my favorite character was actually Kenji, because after the 3rd book, Warner just fell off for me and I felt like his only personality was being in love with Juliet. Like, what happened to the Aaron from book 1 to book 3? Like, it went downhill from there, and it really, it was very frustrating. And that is also going to be the most, like, frustrating book I read this year, along with an overhyped series that I read this year. So the Shatter Me series is literally all of those. It's my most disappointing reads, overhyped book that I read, and frustrating books that I read, especially when it was in Adam's POV. I hated it. Like, I rated his book a 2 stars because I don't like him. So what was an underdog book? It's gonna be between my favorite Half Night Stand and Just My Type. I feel like these 2 books, like, their ratings aren't the highest, but I really did enjoy them. They were like great fun, like, to pass the time. They're just cool filler books. I really liked it. This one is actually really good. I rated this one a 4.5, and it's funny because my friend Chloe, like, this was like her least rated, I think, or it was like her most disappointing read, which is so funny to see, like, people's different tastes, you know? A book that surprised me. The book that surprised me is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang, because I read the first book and in that moment I think I gave it like a 4 stars, but then I went back to it and I'm like, okay, it's more like a 3. And I went into Twisted Games and I was like, okay, hopefully this is better. And it was. I gave Twisted Games a 5 stars. And then I read Twisted Hate and I DNF'd it. I hated it. Literally, like the title, I did not like it. So I was surprised and I was nervous going into this one because I'm like, I'm scared I'm not gonna like it. Like, Twisted Hate did me so dirty, and it's like I've only had one book in the series that I actually really liked, which was Twisted Games. So I was very nervous, but thankfully it surprised me and I actually loved Christian and Stella. They ate. Favorite book couple of the year, and honestly, I have so many, and if it's like a book couple that I met this year, oh, it's gonna go to Ava Jax. It has to go to Ava Jax, you know? I'm obsessed with the Once Upon a Broken Heart. Like, that entire universe with the Caraval universe is my Roman Empire right now. It is everything to me. And along with that, an author I discovered this year that I'm in love with, Stephanie Garber. I love Stephanie Garber. I am truly in my Stephanie Garber era. I read all of Caraval, and then I read a book in between that. And then this series, like, I'm not even done with it, and it's like my favorite series right now. Like, it is going to be added to the shelf of the Roman Empire in my brain, which literally consists of Crescent City, Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, and now Once Upon a Broken Heart. Along with that, favorite main character that I met this year, Jax. Are you kidding me? Jax. He literally stole the show in Caraval, and then in this series, he just carries. Oh, him and Evangeline mean the world to me. That's like everything to me. Everything. You don't understand. The next question is, what is the happiest book you read this year? And it's Wildfire. Wildfire is my happiest read. I actually read this as an arc. which is insane to even say, but I loved this book. So because I didn't have the actual like copy, I couldn't annotate it, but I am planning on rereading it next year, which is another question. Which books are you planning on rereading next year? I'm planning on rereading Wildfire. You already know! What's Upon a Broken Heart? And of course, my babies. Crescent City. We gotta prepare for Crescent City 3. And speaking of my babies' favorite covers of the year, yeah, these Barnes & Noble exclusive editions. Are you kidding me? Look at them. Look at them. They are my children. I have 5 copies of the Crescent City series because I collect them like Infinity Stones. They're different. They're different. What's inside is the same, but they're different, to quote Taylor Swift. And like the back is just insane. I'm obsessed. I truly love this. Like, these books are everything to me. And I'm actually going to reread them next month before the third one comes out, because we gotta prep, you know? Like, they go here, actually. Like, they're like out in their little corner. They're not even where they're supposed to be, which is so funny. Okay, the next question is the best book adaptation of the year, and that's gonna go to Percy Jackson. Hasn't even come out yet, and I just know it's gonna eat. I love Percy Jackson. You guys have no, like, I don't talk about Percy Jackson on here, but I love Percy Jackson. It's one of my favorite young adult, like, fantasy novels other than Harry Potter. Percy Jackson is just next level, you know? I love learning about the gods. Like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Greek mythology that I bought a series at the book fair called Goddess Girls, and it was just, like, literally the goddesses as girls. The next question is, what is the longest book you read this year? Koa. Kingdom of Ash. This brick is, let me look it up. Let me look it up and I'll show you how many pages this brick is. 980 pages. This is the longest book I think I've ever read in my life. If that's not counting Harry Potter, the 5th one. I don't know how many pages that is, but we're gonna look it up right now. What's the 5th one called? Yeah. This is longer than Order of the Phoenix. And prior to this book, Order of the Phoenix was my longest read book. But this book broke me. It literally shattered me. Like, I tabbed it up. Like, I don't know if she's annotated, but she's definitely tabbed. Oh, what is that? What is that? Something just popped out of my book. Guys. It's literally the tandem read that just popped out of there. That is so funny. I read it in the romantic order, like it's even highlighted romantic, which starts with Throne of Glass, not with Assassin's Blade. But Sarah J. Maas recommends you guys read Assassin's Blade first, and that's how I'm recommending it to my aunt. And I just want to see how she reacts. She's gonna start today because I'm taking Assassin's Blade to her house, and I'm gonna make sure she starts it. But I'm scared to let her borrow my copy because I have the older copies, like the old covers, and honestly, if she messes them up, I think I might punch her in the face. Just kidding, Rosie, I love you. But I want her to do the tandem, so I'm gonna make her a copy of this. I don't think she's gonna follow along with the tandem, only because, like, they're just huge, you know? I feel like if I were to get her a Kindle and, like, sent her, like, a PDF of both the books already attached, she'd probably read it like that. Because I feel like the tandem is just, you know. The next question is a book you haven't stopped thinking about. And literally, I have 2 for this answer, and I had already showed them prior. I just keep forgetting that they're also in multiple questions. This and this. Like, first of all, these are my children. And now these are my children, and I haven't even finished the last book. And I already can't stop. Like, I know I'm gonna think about Ava Jacks for the rest of my life. They mean the world to me. The next question is an unpopular book that you loved. And I actually really liked Things We Hide from the Light. Yeah. I actually enjoyed Things We Hide from the Light. I gave it a 4 stars. I actually really liked that one. I know a lot of people don't like that one. That is my least favorite of the series. My favorite from the series is Things We Left Behind. Lucien and Sloane just, you know, they stole the show. But I actually did like Things We Hide from the Light. A lot of people did not, though. Okay. Lowest rated on Goodreads and highest rating, and do I agree? So my lowest rating on Goodreads is like 2 stars. And that one is, it's gonna go to a couple books, but one that I still agree on is a book called Dante by Sadie Kincaid. It was a mafia story, and I felt like the plot was not there. Like, it wasn't for me, so I gave it a 2 stars. But it doesn't mean it's not for somebody else. Oh, the highest rated book, and do I agree? Yes, because it's Crescent City. Crescent City will always be like infinity stars for me. Now, same with Once Upon a Broken Heart. Literally infinity. Eternal. Breaks the scale. And I agree. I agree with that statement. Forever and ever. Fave book quotes of the year. My chair, my house, my woman. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop thinking about that quote. Like, that quote is insane. And of course, you know. Let me pull the book out. Hold on, girl. I found it. Here it is. If you don't want spoilers, skip. Our love is stronger than time, greater than any distance. Our love spans across stars and worlds. I will find you again, I promise. Just take my heart while you're at it. Just rip it out of my chest. I don't need it. It doesn't need to pump anymore after that. Ugh. Anyways. Book with the most unique concept. I am gonna go ahead and give that to... Where'd she go? Found her. Divine Rivals, which is about a magical typewriter that sends letters between 2 correspondents that work together. They are rivals at the paper, and he follows her. He quits his dream job and follows her to the front lines. I'm so excited for the sequel! Ah! Okay. Okay, my 2024 reading goal. I think I'm not gonna put a reading goal. Like, I think I'm gonna have one just for the sake of having one. But I think I'm going to take it back down to 50. But I'm just going to read. I'm just going to read what I feel like reading, not because a goal determines how much I read. And I read 75 books this year, most likely more. So I'm just going to make it 50 because that's like, you know, the median range. If I pass it, you know what, great for me. And if I don't, I'm going to reach it. Doesn't matter. Because that's realistic. So 50 is my goal for next year. And if I surpass it, I would be really proud of myself. What will you prioritize in your 2024 reading year? I think I'm gonna prioritize, you know, sticking with my rating. I feel like I rate books, and sometimes I feel like I get influenced to rate it lower or higher. And next year I think I'm just gonna stick with my goal. Like, I like what I like, and other than the fact that, like, if I rate something in the moment, like, I'm on a high, and I think about it later, and if I decide I want to rate it lower, I'm gonna rate it lower. And I'm actually already starting with that with the Iron Flame because everybody's doesn't like it. I both read and listened to it, so I feel like that made it different for me. I rated it a 4. I thought it was pretty good. I loved it. I don't care. But I did feel it was a little rushed. But I still loved it. I ate it up. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video is so short, but I've just been really used to filming reading vlogs, especially like series reading vlogs, which are super long. So it's nice to have this cute little short video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what your reading goal for this year was, and if you've completed it or you're close to completing it, and what your goal for next year is, or just comment your favorite read of this year. If you guys liked today's video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!